Does the we perspective come from Axiom II as a transcendent consideration of the nature of the immanent?
It's wow. There's a lot of abstractions in there that encompass, like, for instance, when you're getting down to that level of detail, it's so in effect, it's when in the immanent, right? How do I describe the immanent from within the immanent? Well, I have to pull from the thing that's immediately prior. Like, the practice of the transcendent is, in this sense, the idea is that the axiom 2 applies at the foundation of every domain. So the notion of every in this case is the transcendent element of axiom 2 application, which is in the presence of myself in the single domain. I know this is kind of why I don't usually pull the strict language, because I mean, with some time that makes more sense. So, for example, like, we normally experience, like, sitting here and now in this conversation, um, each of us is more or less experiencing a single world, right? The world of whatever room you're sitting in having this conversation. And we can have imagination, we can have thinking, we can do those kinds of things, but for the most part, we sort of, just as a default mode of orientation, we're in the practice of this moment. And to the extent that we're saying there's something about the nature of how the practice of this moment happens that is true for every moment that is happening, but the notion of for every isn't held in the sense of that there's some sort of container in which all of those things could be enumerated as elements. It's not like a set. It's the notion of a principle that is more along the lines of, it is inherent in the nature of being a moment that it be this way. And that inherentness is a perspective from the transcendent into the immanent.